Welcome back, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to a brand new day for Road to TCG Worlds 2018. Don't forget to leave a like, it really helps out the channel. And if you're watching here live with me on Twitch, thanks so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it, guys. And let's jump into analyzing this deck. But before, huge shout out to Tabletop Village and Sacker Scoop. Thank you so much for sponsoring the channel. So, Drampa Garb got triple top 8 at Dallas, but then it failed to beat any of the Zoroark decks it actually faced. The whole idea behind this deck is to use Drampa's Righteous Edge, which deals 20 damage, and you discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon to limit Zoroark's resources. You also have Berserk, dealing 80 plus 70 more damage if you have any damage counters on your benched Pokemon. And then we have Big Bull GX, a really good GX attack, which allows us to further our setup. 180 HP, fighting weakness, which is counteracted by the fact that we do have Garbodor, and a 2 retreat cost. Then we have a 3-1-2-2 Garbodor line. We have 3 of the tool drop Trubbish, which is great against Night March. We have 1 of the Garbage Collection 60 HP Trubbish, but Garbage Collection can actually be good in some crucial spots. And then we have 2 Trash Lunge Garbs, dealing 20 damage for every item card in your opponent's discard pile. And then Garbotoxin, limiting your opponent's abilities every single turn, as long as this Pokemon has a tool card attached to it. We have 1 Oricorio as an anti-Night March measure. We have 1 Taurus GX as well to pressure with Horn Attack, threaten with Rage, and also we have access to Mad Bull GX, which is a pretty decent GX attack, especially in a Zoroark field metagame where Zoroark GX, like you have Garbotoxin plus Parallel, so Zoroark GX won't be dealing as much damage, and therefore you get to return a lot of damage with Mad Bull GX. Of course, your opponent can play around it, but it's not always easy, especially under ability lock and essentially item lock as well. Now, as far as supporters go, we have 2 Juniper, 3 N, 2 Cynthia, and 1 Colress, and 1 Teammates for draw support. We have 2 Acerola to recycle our Drampas and play defensively. We have 2 Guzma to manipulate what's active. We have 1 Bridget, even though this deck doesn't really need Bridget turn 1 like many other decks. We still have 1 just in case, because there are some turns where you are able to set it up. And then we have finally 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Versus Seeker, 3 Parallel City, which is very oppressive. And then we have 1 of each Super Rod, Stretcher, Field Blower, and Dowsing Machine is the ace spec of choice. Finally, we have 4 Choice Bands and 4 Float Stones in order to try and get the ability lock as soon as possible. And then we have 9 total energy, 4 basic psychic, 4 DCs, and 1 rainbow energy, so that we can use the wide array of attacks that we do have. So let's jump into ladder and try out this Drampa Garb deck against what is currently on the ladder for Expanded. And I can see the stream once again being jumpy. I just got Blink List indeed. I tried to play as many blink cards as possible, because I know people enjoy seeing the streams that way. But yeah, I can see that the stream is stuttering a little bit once again. I really don't know what to change here, guys. I really don't know. I need a new computer. I know I mentioned the GoFundMe. It has actually been set up, guys. If you wanna check it out, it would be really nice. There's a GoFundMe set up. It's gofundme.com/Tablemon. And Triceps, thank you so much for the huge host. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Okay, hopefully the internet stabilizes a little bit. But yeah, guys, I'm trying to get a new computer to bring you guys even better, well, much better streams. So hopefully that will be able to be accomplished with a GoFundMe support. So if you guys want to check it out, gofundme.com/Tablemon. And Triceps, hey, thank you so much. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Struggling a little bit with Stream issues, as you can see, starts getting a bit unstable, and wow, we're gonna see a turn 1 red card for my opponent. So we still have a lot of options. Thankfully we don't dread draw off of it, and this is looking to be Glacian GX, I would imagine, just based off of the fact that he has Rough Seas, there's water energy, so immediately right off the bat we won't have access to Tapu Lele. Thankfully though, that's the only ability that we really care for at this point. We are not using any other abilities, and if Glacian attacks the Drampa, we will actually be in a position where we get to Berserk potentially, and thankfully we do get an energy, which is nice. We can Berserk for maximum damage next turn, and I'll even limit my opponent's potential draw here. I will also Ultra Ball. Colress is now my only draw supporter, so that's not ideal. Taurus is also pretty good against this potential Glacian, so we have a lot of tools here. Have a lot of tools. What we need, ooh, maybe I should have Righteous Edge. What we need is to prevent my opponent from removing my energy, which seems pretty hard, honestly. Yeah, there's a Plumeria, so he's gonna remove the energy. We'll try to remove the energy back. What do you think about Best P Zoro Evolution Primal Clash? Is it viable? I think it is viable. I think any deck with Zoroark will always be viable at this point. Ooh, okay. So I'm just gonna play this in case I find a DC and I want to retreat. I did not. Ooh, Javoxa, thank you so much for the cheer. That's very, very kind of you. I probably should have just used my GX attack the previous turn, honestly. Okay, I'll promote the Taurus to scare away my opponent from potentially attacking me. The turn 1 red card was hurtful. Our draw after the red card was also kind of awful. And I do think it's viable, Javoxa. Okay, my opponent chooses not to attack me. That's perfectly fine by me. And I top deck a Juniper. No energy, what? Okay, at least I get to remove his Choice Band, which is nice. Okay, so we're struggling to find energy. This is gonna be a very grindy game against Glacian, but we'll try to make it happen. And oh gosh, the stream is really just spiking, isn't it? I'm really sorry guys about that. Really, really sorry. Okay, I mean it's not awful, but it's noticeable. I don't know why it's spiking so much. Okay, my opponent decides to attack into a Taurus now that he has another Glacian, which is understandable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 item cards. Wow. Okay. So, I generally don't think I should get rid of everything here. So I'm just gonna Cynthia for now. We're looking for energy. Honestly, that's it. And it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen today. Trash Challenge is gonna be huge here. That's why my opponent is targeting the Garb. Trash Challenge is just gonna be so huge. Okay, we see a Cynthia. No energy in play, so my opponent is just not struggling to get anything here. He gets to heal, but actually removing the parallel is a very welcome thing here. So I'll get to bench both of my Trubishes. I'll lose the Garb, but that's fine. Triple Choice Band in my hand. Okay, so I'll just attach the Choice Bands to all of the Pokemon. No reason not to. I have Super Rod and I have Stretcher to get back that Trash Challenge. And there we go. Finally we get the DCE. So we will be able to Maple GX. So now I'm actually happy I didn't use up my GX attack. We deal 510 damage, which is a lot. But essentially, ooh, that explains a lot. Essentially, we're just one energy away from winning the game, probably. just because Taurus goes down and then Trash Avalanche just comes up. So even if my opponent uses N here, that is completely fine. And worst case scenario, he uses something like Team Skull Grunt to look at our hand and discards the 2 Psychics. That's also fine because, and he gets a knockout, so we have teammates to just get back a Psychic and a Super Rod. So this should be a good matchup for us. This should be a pretty good matchup here. Is Seismitoad Zoroark deck viable? Yeah, that's also pretty viable. Oh, Rage was doing 210. You are correct, in just a god. You are correct. I mean, I won't have another opportunity to use a GX attack. And my opponent decided to attach to the benched Eevee, so we actually get to potentially knock out the Glacier now. So it's fine. It's as if, I mean, yeah, it's not a big a deal. It's really not that big a deal, but it was a misplay. It was a misplay because Rage was doing enough damage. You are 100% right. So my opponent chose for some reason to not attack me, which is understandable, but I believe if I lock him down here, he has no energy evolution, which is pretty good for us. He has no energy evolution, and that means maybe he won't even be able to get a Glacian up next turn. And that means Taurus survives. Oh, he already had the Glacian. Never mind. There's a Water Energy. There we see a Versus Seeker. And we're gonna see an N. Okay. Okay, we're gonna see an Ultra Ball. We see an Eevee. Yeah, I guess I should not have used up my GX attack. That was kind of silly. Hello, Ace Pokemon 2000. Thank you so much for being here. We're gonna see the Frost Bullet, 30 on the other Garb. That's fine. We got a Lele and we got a Parallel City. Parallel City is potentially good. And we're gonna just top deck the Psychic Energy, which is more than good enough to just deal a bajillion damage. So there we go. There we go. 350. So my opponent had 16 item cards in his discard pile. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay guys, you guys tell me on the Twitch chat. Should I restart my computer again to keep streaming, or is the stuttering bearable kind of? No, it's just I keep losing frames. You can see there's so many lost frames. Every second there's lost frames. Thank you so much for the follow, Ace Pokemon. I have not tried Audino Zoroark GX in Standard. And Mars, it's a really bad supporter. Discarding a random card from your opponent's hand is just not worth using that over things like Sycamore, Cynthia, or N, or Mallow, things like that. Oh really, Ross Gilbert has spoken very highly of you. That's so kind of him, Ace Pokemon. Where did he say that? That's so kind of him. Okay, do I restart? Yeah, I think I'm gonna. The stream is stuttering. Yeah, bugging a little bit. I think I'm gonna restart again, guys. I think I'm gonna restart. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I will be right back. I need 5 more minutes. I'm sorry. I don't know why this keeps happening. It's clearly not my internet. It's the computer. So I'll be working on that. Hopefully, I'll be able to replace the computer sometime soon. But yeah, don't go anywhere, guys, please. I will be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging in there. Let's just resume where we were. Another match with Drampa Garb. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's been a few cuts in the videos simply because the computer starts lagging and therefore the stream starts stuttering. But we seem to be good for now. So yeah, hopefully eventually the new computer will fix all of these issues. It's gonna be very sad for me to switch from Apple to PC, but I really don't have a choice, honestly. I wanna keep the quality for you guys, if I wanna make this be a more serious streamer, I really need to keep this up. So seem to be up against a Silvally deck, which is very interesting. Now I did top deck an Ultra Ball, so I think I will try to set up the Bridget here. Stretcher is very valuable, so I'm gonna get rid of the Versus Seeker. Not a huge fan of doing that, but it's okay. And there's a Bridget, okay, perfect. So yeah, I couldn't figure out my price cards from just that look, but we know we have no energy priced, and no, the Bridget is not priced either, which is good. Citer again, thank you so much for hanging out here. And what is priced? One Juniper, I believe. And then, ooh, 2 Trubbish are priced actually. That could hurt us. That could be really difficult to deal with, honestly. Gonna get 2 Trubbish and the other Drampa. I mean, we will be quite weak to the GX attack, but I would assume Silvally is running, or will be running the... Do I protect myself against Getsis? So does that deck even run Getsis? I doubt it. So yeah, we do make ourselves weak to the GX, but I'm sure my opponent will have the fighting memory anyways, so it's really not that big a deal. And wow, my opponent decides to play a Hex, interestingly enough. So does that mean he has DCE Silvally already? I hope not. I can't knock out the thing. I can't knock out Type Null this turn. If I deal 80 and then Lele comes up with a Choice Band dealing 130, that might be how I knock out that guy. Setting up Garbotoxin seems good here. And we'll just end. Either we're giving my opponent a new good hand, or my opponent just has a really good hand right now. Or like we're taking away the good hand from him. Ooh, okay. So this is actually pretty good for us. By doing this, I actually get to remove... I think I'm gonna remove the Drampa, because Lele is actually a very decent attacker against Silvally. And then we'll just Berserk for 80 damage. No worries. Okay. There's the other Type Null, there's an Oranguru. Stream seems to have stabilized, which is good news. And there we see a Juniper. So I would assume we took away a good hand. What? This is Silvally Mega Mewtwo. Okay. That takes away pretty much all seriousness from my opponent's deck at this point. If he gets a DCE, he doesn't have knockout yet, which is pretty crucial. If he has a DCE, he doesn't have knockout yet. He would need the fighting memory. There's the Mega Mewtwo, only 1 item card, so Garbodor not too strong at the moment. And hello Purple Cliff, all good. How about yourself? I'm doing pretty well, thank you. Having a few stream issues, like I talked with you the other day. Thank you so much, by the way, for all the computer advice. I'm looking into making that better as soon as possible. Okay, so my opponent did find the TCE. Now we have some damage on us. I would need to find... With a Choice Band, I still don't knock out the Silvally, which is not good. I'm going to attach energy to Lele, and then I'm going to Cynthia here. If I find a Choice Band, I can retreat and knock out the Silvally. I do not find a Choice Band, however. So, I believe I should Righteous Edge here. I believe that's the right call. Getting rid of the DC seems like the best idea. My opponent has 3 cards in his hand. Here's another Silvally. And he passes. Perfect. Okay, so I did top deck the Professor Juniper, which is really nice. I actually wouldn't mind saving my Drampa. Oh gosh. This TCE, who gets the TCE? Okay, I think I'm gonna remove my Stadium. And that will let me Ultra Ball for something else. Taurus seems okay. Not ideal, but also not terrible. And I will attach there. Okay, so now we just need a choice band. Can we get a choice band? There we go. Choice band means Drampa can't get a knockout. It also means Lele can get a knockout. No, Lele can't get a knockout. Okay, I need 100% the choice band here. And then I think I just attack here with Berserk, dealing 110 damage. Perfect knockout, perfect maths. The ability lock is quite detrimental for my opponent, so he relies heavily on Oranguru. And thank you Purple Cliff, thank you so much. Expanded. It's been going okay. I mean, I don't think much has changed. It's all about ooh, teammates. Okay, teammates is bad. It's all about Zoroark, right? Either you play heavily to beat it or you play it yourself. I'm on a pretty hot streak at the moment in Expanded, since the stream started. Joel, Grandy Lakers, good evening. Thanks so much for being here. Joel Christensen, your first regionals was Malmo and you got top 32. That's pretty good with Guardy Zoroark. That's pretty good. Congrats, Joel. That's pretty nice. Okay, so 2 item cards in my opponent's discard pile. Trash Avalanche is nowhere near enough at this point in time. Okay, so this is what I'll do. Drampa will be once again the hero here. I'll put those back and then I will Ultra Ball for the Drampa. Don't think I need Parallel TD. Also don't think I want N at this point anymore. I'll just grab the Drampa. Now I will evolve, I will attach the choice band, and I think I will Cynthia here. And there's a Psychic, pretty nice. My opponent will really struggle to deal with this Drampa, I hope. I will just Righteous Edge. No guarantee even that he has another energy to attack, which is good, right? That's good news for us. And I'm gonna take some medicine because I'm a bit sick. There we see the Psychic Infinity for 100, that's fine. I've generally never been able to use Azerola effectively in this deck. So, do I just hit for 50 again? That does mean my opponent will get an easy turn going forward. Like he gets a knockout, he gets it to prizes, so N will have to carry us through the rest of the match. N plus Garbotoxin, but and then Trash Avalanche as well, but only 3 item cards for my opponent. The Mewtwo's are quite scary for Garbodor. Ooh, and we see the energy on the Seal Valley. So my opponent drawing pretty well despite being under item lock, or under ability lock rather. There we get Azerola just a little bit too late. Just a tad bit too late. And since we don't have any more... Okay, I can't bench anything else. I really can't. 2 item cards plus a choice band, that's 140. That is enough damage. That is most certainly enough damage. So I'm gonna teammates. No, I should have end. That was so silly. Should have end. Ugh. I should have end. Okay. I think I'm just gonna grab another DCE. And the choice band for the Lele. That seems good enough. Lele has the potential to 1 KO the Seal Valley. And then we're just gonna take a knockout here. Trash Avalanche. 240 damage. Now 110 doesn't even knock out the Garb, so my opponent would have to use his GX attack on my Garb at the moment in order to get a knockout. That's the only thing that threatens us. Max Rock, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Congrats on using Cernia's Break, Necrozma, and Lele. That's pretty good. Congrats on getting such a good placement at the special event in Chile. Seriously, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Huge congrats. Okay, so it's my opponent that keeps ending me. Into 2. I assume he's going to use his GX attack here, correct? No, he chooses... Oh, Turbo Drive does exactly 120. That was so silly. Okay. So, my opponent has 3 cards in his or her hand. If I don't bench anything else... Ooh, there's a really good Juniper. Yeah. Okay. Acerola seems decent. If I lead with Taurus and deal 60, next turn I can Kuzma, knock out the Silvally wherever it is, potentially. Is that right? I would be dealing 130, 60. Okay, so I need to hit for 90 here. I need to hit for 90 damage on the Silvally this turn. So I need to get back a choice band. That's why I'm playing my Dowsing Machine. I can't bench anything else. I can't risk the GX attack getting a knockout. I also need my opponent to not have Kuzma. It's gonna come down to who finds the Kuzma first. Or rather, if my opponent has Kuzma, he wins. If he doesn't, then we win. Can't believe he's running Silvally and Mega Mewtwo though. There we see an Elixir. Whiffs. We see another Elixir. Also whiffs. Shadow Shard is still a knockout on the Garb. Oh, his last card is not Kuzma, thankfully. His last card was not Kuzma. I guess Colress into the Spirit Link plus a Mega Mewtwo plus an attachment for the turn was knockout on Taurus. So my opponent had outs. He definitely had outs. Now, yeah, he knew he couldn't attack into a Taurus. There is a Mega Mewtwo, very threatening. But now, all we need to do is attach energy. The energy is actually not necessary. It could have been necessary if we hadn't found the choice band, but this should be good for the game. There we go. If my opponent had chosen to discard all of the energy in order to retreat, the energy would have actually been required. But there you go. Pretty decent run so far. Pretty decent run. The deck is working really nicely. And so, up to you guys in chat. Do you guys want to see another game of Drampa Garb? Or shall we move on to one of the 2 remaining decks, which is either Garbodor or Elizabeth Zoroark? Your choice, guys. Your choice. Max, I'm not gonna be playing Size-Vito Zoroark today. I feel like that's one of the weakest Zoroark decks. It definitely didn't show up in it didn't do good enough in Dallas to justify playing it. So I really want to show the top 5 decks, in my opinion, which I believe are these. So one more Drampa Garb. Okay. Move on. No Night March today. Is lag opening an option? What do you mean lag? Oh, pack opening. No. Pack opening, no. Okay, so you guys want to see a different deck. Okay, so my girlfriend says you guys want to see her. Okay, so this will be all from me today, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a like. If you're watching live with me on Twitch, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with Garbodor. Just 1 second.